What's up everyone? On this rather bright sunshining day at Kaluan Mufflers, of course, we get to play with this F-truck. F-150 for some high flow cats. We already did a little bit of work on the exhaust. Changed out the muffler, something a little bit more free flowing. So today's gonna bring the whole thing full circle and she's gonna sound good. Hey all, welcome back to Kaluan Mufflers. Today we're doing a set of high flow cats on this here F-150, I think it's a 150, King Ranch. She cool, man, she real cool. Those big American trucks, I guess, bit of a sucker. So what we're gonna do, we're trying to get a little bit more power out of it. This truck hauls a fair bit of gear and goes to the Cape and does all sorts of fun off-road stuff. These are our stock catalytic converters. And we're going to change them out for some high flow cats. Got one right here behind me. That's what the unit looks like. The difference being, this is what you call a 100 cell metallic cat converter. If we look through that, you'll see that basically it's 100 cells per inch, whatever it is, 100 CPI, written on the side here somewhere. So, CPSI, there you go, look at that. So it's just going to flow a considerable more of the exhaust gas through it. This is the stock one. I've already cut out the one side, and you can see straight away the difference in the core. This one's a lot more dense. It's made of a different material as well. And the size of the body, it's actually two cats in one. There's one here, there's a gap here, and there's a second cat in here. This is where our secondary O2 sensor screws in the middle to read and regulate all that. We'll come back to that. It's important. We'll come back to that soon. We're going to change these out and greatly increase the flow out of this engine. We do this on a lot of cars in general, but big trucks as well. The Ram's probably the most impressive one. In the same situation, a Ram has the same sort of cats, you know, V8 motor and cast manifolds. In the Ram, we're picking up a sizable amount, so that 2 to 3 litres per 100 by changing out the cat converters, which on a big long haul for a big truck, make a huge difference to us. So, on this side I've got it cut up and prepped. I've already had this piece out. I've just cleaned it all back up on the machine. It was all like this. Cleaned him all up nice and new so we get some nice material to work with. And that's the first piece that bolts onto the top. Our high flow cat converter is going to go in here like so. And we're going to make up the gap to there. This will make a big difference. It doesn't just make a big difference in the flow. We're also going to get a great note out of this truck as well. It sounds really nice. You can see up in there the, where are we? There we are, cast iron manifolds. So they're not a bad design on this, they're definitely better than the Ram 1500. So this is just a neat little upgrade without going to the full extent of extractors and spending a considerable amount of money. So I'll get this side mocked up, we'll have a look at that and we can compare it to the other side which I haven't touched yet. So here's a quick comparison. This is the piece I've just remade, and this is the stock unit here. So you can see them side by side. I've remade it all the way back to where that slip joint was. I like to remanufacture a part instead of just cutting things in, so it sort of goes back in as if it was always meant to be there. You can see there's definitely a size difference in the body. So this core here is larger because it's got a smaller density to it. And when you go to such a high flow, you don't need all that big body anymore, and they become quite smaller. It makes them great to fit in small, tight locations. So I'm just going to put this back in here. It'll go back to this spot, back up to the top, as if it was always meant to be there. And this is our finished product. It's all in there, as if it was meant to be that way. So, recapping, that's all the original at the top there. That's our first O2 sensor. Now, we were talking about that cat converter earlier, that O2 port right in the middle of the two pieces of core. This is now this fellow here. And what we've done is, because we've increased the flow of the cat converter, the computer up top's not going to like that a whole lot. This little fellow here corrects that so that the computer still reads properly. It moves the sensor out of the path, and it also has catalyst material in the bottom section here, so that all the readings and everything goes back to being normal, and we don't get the check engine lights come on in the car, which is rather important. We don't need that hassle in our life. So that's that. Like I say, I made it all back up here, made it the full factory and original. This will all blend in time and look like the rest of the exhaust. That'll be nice. Now it's going to move over to this side, and we're going to replicate the same few small differences. I won't be able to take this out. The next join's not until back here, so we're not going to take that much out of the car, and I can easily weld neatly all the way around this. I'm going to dress that back. So just go drop out the top. There's another sensor up there, our first O2, that's our secondary, and where it goes into the cat converter in the middle of the cores. So we'll get all this out, and we'll do a cut here, and we'll be good. It's pretty important to mention at this stage, whenever we do this sort of remanufacturing of a stock exhaust or the way things work, that we make things within the same sort of setup as what the original manufacturer came out with. This system is a 409 stainless steel, and we're going to go straight back into the same product. So what I have here is 409 stainless. Unlike 304 stainless steel or 316, it's not quite as bright in the finish. It just looks more like steel and welds with the same characteristics as steel as well. It's a really nice product to work with. All your modern cars have it. Anything fuel injected should have it. It won't rust out due to the excess moisture in the exhaust system, and nor will it rust out from the outer elements. You can kind of see it in the back of this shot here. Where are we? Where's my finger? This is going slightly rusty on the surface. That's a normal characteristic of 409, but it won't actually rust out, so it gives you a great long lifespan in your exhaust system. If we were to go back and use regular exhaust tube at this stage, we'd end up with a rust point in a particular part of the exhaust. You certainly don't want it. Down further, you could easily repair it. Up here, this is a bit more time consuming. So we're just going to make it nice, it's going to last a long time, and it's going to be really cool. Okay, so I just tacked this all up in position, it's all now mocked. What I'll do now is I'll weld these two joins we have here. I've made sure we can still get our O2 sensor in nicely, and our secondary one's going to go in real neat too. Because this doesn't pull apart till back further in the vehicle, I'm going to leave this as my last weld point. So I'll weld all this, bolt it all in place, sensor back in, and at the very last part of the job, I'm going to weld around here. I've also, you can see just on the edge of your screen there, I've cleaned this up back to here, there's a join, and I just really like the idea of having an end point of where we've worked. So this will get painted, and then this will be the existing exhaust system, much like this side. Keeps it nice and neat. All nice and neat, bit of black paint, little extension cat stoppers are in there. Back up in the original positions, wires run neatly up through here. Like I say, painted it back to there. Just think it looks a tad neater. It's all up and in. So let's bring it down, start it up, and see what you think of the finished product. Thanks for checking us out. Any questions, be sure to shoot us a message. We'll get back to you ASAP. Cheers.